I am California of the past.
I am California of the past.
I
am California of the past.
Hi, my name is Judith, whose birth name means praised. I'm a native Alamedan, born and raised in Alameda in the 70s. Growing up in Alameda was pleasant and gave me a sense of belonging most of the time. I grew up on San Antonio Avenue, and I still remember our neighbor, little Jimmy. He seemed to really enjoy playing with my sisters and myself more than any of the other kids on the block. I attended Mastic, Washington, Alameda High, and Encinal schools. It was hard sometimes to maintain peace when I was constantly being called names just because of my color, because I was different from the rest of them. I was the only black in my class. I transferred from Alameda High to Encinal after one of my teachers called me a black bitch. When I transferred from Alameda High, which was a 99% white school at the time, to Encinal, a culturally diverse school, I was ridiculed by the blacks because I was deemed proper and not belonging there because I wasn't like the majority of them, nor did I live on the west end of town where all the blacks lived. So where did I belong? I became confused, depressed, and I began to drink at an early age. I've always loved beautiful and graceful things since I was a little girl. So my mother enrolled me in Norma Payton Henning School of Modeling in Alameda. I posed for Alameda newspaper ads and other ads and became the first black Maid of Alameda contestant in 1978. I enjoyed the concept of the maid tradition in Alameda. It gave me a sense of pride for my city and for myself. But it was discouraging to experience the racism and dislike towards me because I was black. I was told my legs were awkward, that I did not belong, and that I had no right to be a maid of the city. In later years, I learned that I was a runner-up, but the vote was fixed to ensure that a black would not receive the maid crown. It's so sad to see that we have not overcome, as we thought we have, against racism. In trying to preserve the faith for equality in Alameda and to give back to my community, at the suggestion of a city official, I volunteered to provide this voice to the Alameda community through the Connection talk show, which I hosted for 13 years.
Good evening, and welcome to The Connection. I'm Judith Givens.
I was inspired to do this in the 80s after attending a youth conference hosted by Alameda Youth. I was so impressed by the way the youth handled the conference that I wanted to get involved and help them get their needs addressed. Hosting The Connection provided me with great opportunity to meet interesting young adults and Alamedans. Through the show, we helped resolve pertinent issues such as the issue of no soap in the public restrooms in the early 80s. Through our show, we were able to make the school district accountable for monies they'd received to fix such problems. I attempted to rent an apartment in Alameda in the 90s. The woman I talked to on the phone was very pleasant and eager to show me the apartment. However, when I arrived, I could tell she was very shocked that I was black, and her entire demeanor changed. All of a sudden, the apartment was rented, and she refused to show the apartment or provide me with an application. The incident did not sit well in my soul. I heard about a program that helped if you felt you were a victim of discrimination, so I contacted them. They sent out testers consisting of a black, a white, and a Mexican. The white person was given an application while the black and Mexican were turned away, insisting the apartment was rented. I continue to look for that small town atmosphere of Alameda. My current city residence brings back many of the fond memories of Alameda that I cherish. I will continue to fight for the equality and justice we all deserve. Despite it all, I always will be committed to my roots in Alameda and desire to continue efforts to improve the city and help those in my community. My philosophy in life is that it is your mentality with your spirituality that sets your reality. The roots of the small town atmosphere of Alameda helps maintain that balance. This is why it is so important to me to continue my praise through dance as my way of getting through life's stresses and injustices. God bless you, and thank you for listening to my story.